major waterways, and 8 different highways, this is a place in motion, sending goods, services, and ideas not just across the state, but across the world. And when the work ends, the day's just beginning, with beaches like West Beach in the Indiana Dunes National Park, exciting hiking and biking trails like the Diana of the Dunes Dare or the BMX track, and local treasures and exciting festivals, you'll know you're in more than just a bedroom community. From veterans of foreign wars to hometown heroes, our diversity is our strength, and we forge our future with the same flame as our steel. Oh, there's a place in the Midwest that's calling you home. The best part of Portage is what's next. The best part of Portage is you. There's more for you in Indiana. There's a place in the Midwest, 50 miles southeast of Chicago, nestled near the coast of Lake Michigan. It's a place driven by what's coming next, a place where industry is the lifeblood of its community, and its pulse is gritted with sand and steel, fire and smoke. It's a city building its future together, one business, one family, and one home at a time. This is a place for makers, doers, and dreamers. It's where the global marketplace meets hometown values, where Americana isn't just a tradition, it's a way of life. Here, your experience makes the difference. With access to railroads, major waterways, and 8 different highways, this is a place in motion, sending goods, services, and ideas not just across the state, but across the world. And when the work ends, the day's just beginning, with beaches like West Beach in the Indiana Dunes National Park, exciting hiking and biking trails like the Diana of the Dunes Dare or the BMX track, and local treasures and exciting festivals, you'll know you're in more than just a bedroom community. From veterans of foreign wars to hometown heroes, our diversity is our strength, and we forge our future with the same flame as our steel. Oh, there's a place in the Midwest that's calling you home. The best part of Portage is what's next. The best part of Portage is you. There's more for you in Indiana. There's a place in the Midwest, 50 miles southeast of Chicago, nestled near the coast of Lake Michigan. It's a place driven by what's coming next, a place where industry is the lifeblood of its community, and its pulse is gritted with sand and steel, fire and smoke. It's a city building its future together, one business, one family, and one home at a time. This is a place for makers, doers, and dreamers. It's where the global market...
Board of Parks and Recreation will begin with our pledge. Call roll, please.
Member Rosenbaum?
Here.
Member Warsches?
Here.
Member Mileta?
Here.
Member Lee? Member Ekdahl?
Here.
Okay, we've got our minutes from our regular Park Board meeting of February the 24th. Whenever we're ready, I'll entertain a motion to approve.
I'll make the motion that we accept the minutes for the February 24th meeting.
I second. We have a motion and a second. Any questions or discussion? We call roll, please.
Member Rosenbaum?
Yes.
Member Warsches?
Yes.
Member Mileta?
Yes.
Member Ekdahl?
Yes.
Okay, next we've got our financial report. And again, I trust everyone's had an opportunity to look at that before the meeting, and we'll entertain a motion whenever you're ready.
Make a motion to accept our financial report from February 24th.
Second the motion to approve the financial report.
We have the motion and a second. Any questions or discussion? We call roll, please.
Member Rosenbaum?
Yes.
Member Warsches?
Yes.
Member Mileta?
Yes.
Member Ekdahl?
Yes.
Okay, next up we've got the vouchers. And again, whenever you're ready.
question regarding the Miracle Playgrounds for the improvement.
That was the pickleball shelter. for-
Okay.
Would someone like to make a motion?
I make a motion to approve the vouchers.
Second.
We have a motion, we have a second. Any discussion or questions? Hearing none, call roll, please.
Member Rosenbaum?
Yes.
Member Warshes?
Yes.
Member Miletta?
Yes.
Member Ekdahl?
Yes.
And next, we've got our contracts. We've got the Register of Rental Contracts for March 2026, and I don't believe we have any personal service contracts. Someone like to make a motion?
Like to make a motion for our Register of Contracts for March of 2026.
Second the motion to approve the contracts, March 2026.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion or questions?
It's exciting to see it filling up the way it is. It's awesome.
Yes. Call roll, please.
Member Rosenbaum?
Yes.
Member Warshes?
Yes.
Member Miletta?
Yes.
Member Ekdahl?
Yes.
Okay, under new business, we've got the Marsh contract. Barb, you want to update us on what that is?
Yes, I sure will. This is a contract for Marsh to perform professional services to whatever degree that you as a board decide that you'd like to bring them on to subcontract for, to see if maybe improvements to the park, improvements to the buildings, et cetera, et cetera. And this is just, it's an hourly based, I think it's hourly based. If you look through it, there's pricing attached to it. Oh, wait a minute. No pricing?
On the back page.
No, not on mine. But there is pricing attached to your copies that show the exact pricing for whatever their services, whatever services they offer. And in the past, we've worked with Marsh a lot. They're a very reliable company. They helped me with the $1.1 million grant for the marina. The process lasted a lot longer than we thought it would, but we received 100% grant reimbursement for everything that we did with them. I was pretty much an integral part to that, to make sure that we were reimbursed correctly by the DNR. But Marsh was right by my side for a lot of the issues that we had with, like the electrical, the water, that sort of thing.
And I believe we've done this contract with them in the past. It's kind of like puts them on retainer as we need things.
Yes, that's correct, Andy.
So would someone like to make a motion to approve the Marsh contract?
I will make the motion that we accept the Marsh contract as submitted.
Second the motion.
We have a motion and a second. Any other questions or discussion? We can call roll, please.
Member Rosenbaum?
Yes.
Member Warshes?
Yes.
Member Miletta?
Yes.
Member Ekdahl?
Yes.
Okay, next we'll move on to Park Bond. We have Game Plan Solutions, an update.
Okay, in Dave Uran's absence, he sent an email detailing everything that he's done so far. The project is moving forward as well as could be possible because we've had a lot of really inclement weather. But they have been working as much as they can to finish up the project. And his target date remains the same. So the project is it's a go-ahead. Everything looks pretty good out there. Except that they did break a water pipe. Alston, the subcontractor that was hired to do the site prep services for the shelter, they broke a water pipe and they will take care of that. It's not going to be any responsibility of ours.
Was there any damage done?
Just a water pipe break. That's the only thing. They went down, with that project, we didn't really know how deep everything was, because it was like 4 feet into the ground, not the traditional like 3 feet. So they dug deeper than what they thought they were gonna have to dig, and when they dug too deep, they hit it. Just in that one spot, though. And then when we turned the water back on, of course, the back pressure kind of affected another water leak towards the front of the Woodland Park, and that's been taken care of, too.
Anybody have any other questions in regards to the Chaga update?
It's just nice that they actually sent us pictures since he was not going to be here.
Yeah.
I told you to sit up here with me.
Should we get on the gas line? We have to.
All right. There's one more thing. Terry's well aware of what this issue is. When they dug deep, we found out that there was a gas leak on the pipe that runs from the maintenance building over to Blue Spruce. It's corroded pipe. We don't know how old it is. It's probably as old as the building is, or maybe even older. So that's on us. That's our responsibility. So we have to fix that. And we did get a quote from Circle R to repair that, and it was around $7,000. However, it doesn't appear to be leaking now. So
It is leaking still, Barb,
But-
but.
it's not anything you can
It's-
smell. It's something we
you
have
can't
to
smell it.
fix.
Once we backfilled it and we found it, well, we sniffed it because we can't get underneath the pickleball courts. So we sniffed right there and it's coming from underneath. It's probably when, we're thinking compacted when they compacted it. It disturbed it. And then when they core drilled their, what's the name of the lighting? No.
Musco.
Musco. When they core drilled their 36-inch holes, they were from here to me to you apart when they drilled. And as soon as they drilled, they smelled it. So,
And the estimate from Circle R is to replace 350 linear feet of that gas.
we're doing it all the way, and we're gonna go,
Yeah, yeah.
and we're going around the pickleball courts. We're not core drilling
Mm-hmm.
underneath them.
That's in the days ahead or the weeks ahead,
Yes.
because the ground is sort of still frozen in some spots. where
And
there's
I've been
no light.
watching it every day, and I don't smell it. Once we backfilled, but it could be something to do with our high NIPSCO bills too.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, could have been.
Yeah, this isn't anything we need to take action on, do we, Dan?
I mean, I haven't been fully read into everything, but I mean, as long as like the duty experts are looking and rerouting and taking all the appropriate steps, which I have, been a part of a couple conversations, and that's what it appears to me is happening. And I do like the plan to go all the way around, and that way we're not dealing with anything underneath. So, I mean, this is more of an environmental issue, really, than anything.
Yeah.
But as far as I've been read into it, this sounds all above board, and an excellent plan is in place, and I think it's a good idea.
Thankful it was caught when it was and didn't get worse.
Yeah, we didn't have any, explosions or anything going on. It's a minor leak, but I'm sure that it's continuous through the corroded pipe infrastructure. Okay, well, thank you.
Okay, great, thank you.
You're welcome.
We don't have anything under fees and charges. We have unfinished business. We have rental fee register discussion.
I got it.
He passed it up. He's not to hear it.
I'm going to bring that up. I don't see the blower. Oh, Park Bond, okay, yeah. That's not on mine. Okay. Did you guys get the copy of the fees, the comparison of the fees for the
Let's
rental
go back,
rooms?
let's go back. My apologies, there's more in the park bond. I had, my agenda
Oh, yeah,
didn't
I-
have that in there, so.
Okay, yeah, mine didn't either. Mine didn't.
Pardon me?
I got handed that at 2 o'clock, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we have the Skag windstorm blower.
Yes, okay, so we have one walk-behind, well, it's actually a big leaf blower that we use, and that's at Terpster's right now. It's 10 years old, and it's, the repair amount to get it up and running this year is $900. If we were to have these 2 new blowers, it would speed up everything that we do as far as leaf blowing in all of our 19 parks. Relying on one piece of equipment that's 10 years old, that breaks down periodically, and just servicing it it's costly, and this thing isn't going to last forever. So I went to Terpstra's, actually Danny and Terry went to Terpstra's, and they got a quote. And the quote that they gave us was considerably, I mean, it's not cheap by any means, but it's $11,000, $11,442 per unit, and the regular list price on these is around $14,000. They gave us a source well price, which is what they give municipalities. I mean, I recommend that we purchase 2 of these. I realize that's a lot of money, but we have park bond money that needs to go for maintenance on our parks and for equipment that we don't have. I mean, I had to run to Ace Hardware a month ago to buy shears, to trim bushes, and pruners to buy bushes, and I was gonna buy it out of my own money. But I didn't have to do that because the purchase was under $100, and we got some equipment that we needed to use. Otherwise, one of the guys was out there with like a butter knife trying to trim bushes, and we need equipment, and we need our parks fixed. We just need to focus on some of that stuff that I don't think has been focused on for a long, long time. And it's just, I mean, that might not be a popular opinion to have, but I feel strongly that if I'm in this position for as long as I'm here, I want to really 100% represent our parks and what they need. So, you know, that being said, I guess I would like to have some kind of an approval tonight, and if we can only go for 1, I understand that, but I'm asking for 2. So it's up to the board to decide what you think how should we proceed on this. And I appreciate any questions or any input. I gave the information that we were able to get from Terpstra's, and so for under like $23,000, you know, we can have 2 brand-new machines, and one can be over at this park, somebody can be over at Founder, somebody can be over at IGE or West, or the smaller parks, and Woodland. So. I don't know what's left.
And we do run it down our trails too.
Yes, down the trail too, yeah, it would be very handy down there.
And with the old one, you gotta go one way, turn around, come all the way back, because it don't blow both ways.
In my opinion, I mean, we need them.
It's something well needed for sure.
At that price, do we need to get another estimate from someone else?
That's a good question. Dan?
So last time I looked, I mean, so purchases between 50 and 150 is where you're really looking for the 3 bids and all that. So my understanding is that these 2 would be clocking in about 23,000. So this is under like, you know, essentially the small purchase. I mean, I always recommend shopping around, okay, but technically, you could approve it due to the amount under $50,000.
And I noticed these invoices, they have tax in there, but. they'll
Yeah, they would
that
take
out.
that out. We would give them an ST 105 for 2026. I was told that there may be cheaper models available, but that they probably would not be what the source well pricing is giving us. You know, they'd be around like 13,000, between 12 and 13. So I didn't do the research on that real deep. I just went with what I kind of saw on the internet as far as what we were competing against.
Well, someone like to make a motion?
Actually, a thought is a motion could be made to have park staff explore additional options for this style of equipment, since the idea is sound, but, you know, admittedly, there hasn't been as much time to look at different quotes. So there could be please buy as good or better equipment to this after comparing 2 different prices. You know, and then that way, that gives Barb the authority to go out and purchase what's needed, but to also give a little bit of time, knowing that it's been backed by, you know, a motion and an approval. So a motion could be, a power windstorm equipment to, however you want to.
We can make a
generic-
motion to approve the purchase contingent upon some price comparison, and maybe review by the attorney?
Exactly. And yeah, subject to staff review. Yep.
Would someone like to make that motion?
So moved.
Second the motion.
We have a motion and a second. Call roll, please.
Member Rosenbaum?
Yes.
Member Warshus?
Yes.
Member Miletta?
Yes.
Member Ekdahl?
Yes.
Okay,
And-
so for the record, Barb, go ahead and do a couple
Okay, I
additional
will get-
price comparisons. We will look it over, and then we have the authority to go ahead and execute a purchase for same or similar equipment.
I will do that, Dan, thank you.
And I'll be glad to answer any questions about when we get to this, that make sure we're comparing apples to apples too. Because you gotta look at horsepower, you gotta look at fuel injection, you gotta look at carburetor, you gotta look at a lot of things. Hard tires on the front compared to air that always go out, they're always flat. So,
Okay, great.
On that note, could you also get us a list of other things that you think maintenance is in need of?
you're gonna laugh.
Oh, no.
You're gonna laugh. Shovels and rakes,
Gloves,
gloves,
safety vests?
yeah, we'll give you, we will. Yeah.
It's gonna be a long
I'd be happy
list.
if we had shovels and rakes.
Yeah.
I like the idea for just all of the trees that we have in so many of our parks and the amount of time that would save up as well as the appearance.
With three of these, we were talking we could be done with Woodland Park. I think a day's too long, but a day.
Wow.
And that's just Woodland. That's not up and down the trail when the leaves are falling and we do trailer it. We don't drive these on the road. We
Right.
trailer 'em.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
And we do have a situation right now at Roberts Park where there's a big giant oak tree that's split down the middle. If this tree falls, it's gonna damage a house and it's gonna also take out electrical wires. The whole park is loaded with dead trees. So I did get a couple of quotes on that. We got a quote for the one tree, it was $3,000. I did get a quote from another fella, a local guy down in DeMont, and that quote was for $3,500 to clear them all out, to make the area look nice the way it should look. Because there's trees, there's scrap trees, there's tree of heaven, there's, a lot of trashy trees that are growing up that have been there for years. But that's another thing, that all goes down to maintenance, maintenance of the parks. So I wasn't going to present that tree thing tonight. I just thought that I'd bring you up to date on, what's going on in, just one park as far as, maintenance goes.
Barb, we have some tree companies here in town that, I would like to look at before we move to somebody from out of town.
Agreed. And this information I was given by somebody in the mayor's office. They kind of, recommended who did I call, as far as getting the trees done. And there was only two guys that were named. One was Justin's and the other one was Sean down in DeMont. Because I guess he kind of undercuts everybody.
I was just going to say that I've personally used Justin's twice at my residence and fully back them if you decide to.
Amazing. I mean, he's
Yeah.
always did our work. He did our work forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another Portage guy is Cody Greenwell, too. I've used him before.
Have you? Okay.
Yeah, he does.
What was that name?
Cody Green.
Cody Greenwell?
I'll write it down.
And with all the storms we've just had,
Oh,
in this time frame, it worries me through the coming season,
Yeah, this is a
the
big one.
effect that it's going to have.
This is the big one
Yeah.
at Roberts.
Yeah, it's big, it's huge.
And granted, it could stay there for 10 years. It could stay there forever, but
But being split down the
The
middle
day
like
that it
that.
goes down, it's a problem.
yeah, it's not.
Yeah, and actually, a resident called it in. He called in the park office and said, there's a tree over at Roberts, and I couldn't get out of the office that day. So I sent somebody over there to look at it, and they said, oh, yeah, it's a big split, and if it goes, it's gonna hit the power lines, and it'll hit the neighboring house too, so we have to. But the reason why I wanted to bring up the guy, Justin quoted us $3,000 for the one tree. This other fellow quoted us $3,500 for that tree and everything else that's in the park. So being fiscally, I have to be fiscally responsible with every penny that, we spend. And I just kind of just wanted to throw that out. I mean, no decision has to be made on that just yet. It's just another thing that we're dealing with, if you know what I mean.
How are the trees on the trails?
Well, we cleared up quite a few. And then some of the people that use the trails have actually moved them by the side. They've kind of moved them by the side, but we're going to have some serious cleanup that we need to do on the trails, too.
Yeah, we lost a lot in the last week.
Yeah, it's been, with this
Just
weather
little
the way it
stuff,
is.
though, nothing big.
Yeah, but it's messy, it looks messy.
Okay. Next, we've
The
got,
Asian tunnels are still on our, painting the tunnels. They're terrible.
Oh, yeah, we're going to do that, yeah. It's got to be above 50, though. I'm hoping and praying it soon.
we've got the Simmons landscaping contract.
Yes, this is something that was done before I came on board, was that they take care of the fields, all the fields. And their quote is for $8,750. That would be, that's the field maintenance, boy, it's really, the lime screenings, grading all 4 fields, rolling the fields, edging the grass lines, measure all the bases, mound and home plate on, to make sure everything is the right distances. And he did say that this would be an ongoing project. This would not be like a one-time deal. He would come out there and do it as needed. And I know we'd like.
Simmons was the company that came out and redid all those fields
Yeah,
last year.
yeah, and they're really, I'm really pleased that they're in Portage now, too, that we have an actual landscaping company in Portage, and their pricing is, I didn't go out for different pricing on this, because basically, somebody that's in town like that, where am I gonna go to, Oak Forest, Illinois, or somewhere like that? I didn't know of anybody else being able to do this type of work.
Well, yeah, plus with the ball fields, I mean, that's what they
Specialized.
specialize
It
in.
is, it really
Right.
is, yeah. Yeah.
And they do really good work.
They
did
do
really good
phenomenal
job.
work, yeah.
I make a motion to approve the Simmons landscaping estimate.
No, you're
Second.
not, you stay right up here with me.
Yeah, motion second. Any other questions?
Go.
Call roll, please.
Don't get a headache, just take it
Member
easy.
Rosenbaum?
Yes,
Member Miletta?
Yes.
Member Warshus?
Yes,
Member Ekdahl?
Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
now we go to the rental fee register discussion.
Okay, and everybody has, like I had mentioned before, you have the attachment, there's like about 5 pages in here that Stacy worked up. She did a graphing of everything from 2024 to 2026, because the board had requested information on how much the rates were raised. And you'll see that it's not that much, really. It sounds like a lot in some cases, but, when we supply the manpower and everything to take care of these, take care of the shelters, the halls, the open air, there's a lot of manpower involved. So, I mean, even if you look at open air, it started out at 800, it went up to 880, and then to 925. That's a huge facility, but it requires an awful amount of maintenance, because it's, there's steel milled dirt, so there's a lot of maintenance involved in that. And everything, as you can see, it's all priced according to resident and not resident, non-resident. And if you compare even like Countryside being 360, 396, 415, and
So
450.
when I look at Countryside, I guess this is where I got a little bit of a hang up. We just raised that in November.
Yeah,
And now we're coming back
and I'm not,
again.
I wasn't privy to why we were raising the rates again. I just know that, Stacy, I don't have any input. I think this is something that Kelly was working on, that somebody asked her to do. But I'm not sure why we're doing it again. I'm not sure.
I mean, we went up 10% in November, and it's,
Yeah.
like, now we're coming right back again with another increase. So
I don't want to scare people away from renting with price increases like this.
And I tend to agree with the board, because I think,
it looks
we
like
just
all
did
of
it.
them were
We
done
just did it in November. Now we're doing it 4 months
Yeah.
later.
I'm not in
But-
favor of raising it again. I mean, since we just did. Now, we look at the open air,
Yeah. That's $125.
that was raised a year ago. That was
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
raised, or 2 years ago, really. That one, I understand that, but the ones that we just raised in November, I wouldn't want to see us raise them again.
Yeah.
And I think maybe a little bit more time needs to go into analyzing those rates and why as well.
Yeah, and like I
It kind
s-
of just feels like we're just saying, well, let's just go up again.
Yeah, and I don't know, I can't answer that question either. I apologize for that, but I don't know why this,
Yeah, so can we table this maybe till next meeting? And come back,
Absolutely.
which will give you a little bit more time to look
Yeah.
at it yourself. and-
yeah, definitely. But I wanted to make sure that you got the numbers, the numbers today to look at.
I actually had a question on the numbers that we have in front of us right now.
Sure.
For Sycamore, the Monday through Thursday, resident and non-resident price has gone down. Is that a mistake, or did we mean to do that?
Again, I can't answer that. I can't answer that. I don't know. I question that myself. I don't know. I'm sorry, I apologize for that, but I just don't know.
So I think maybe let's table it and give you some time to look at it, and then after you've had a chance to analyze it and be able to explain it.
I will
you can bring it-
definitely
you
take
can
a
bring it
closer
back.
look. I will definitely take a close look at it. We'll come up with the right figures and,
I'd like to make a motion to table the picnic shelter raises.
I second the motion to table what he said, shelter fees.
Rental fees.
I second the motion to table the picnic shelter rental fees. Thank you.
We have the motion second. Any other discussion? Can call roll, please?
Member Rosenbaum?
Yes.
Member Warshes?
Yes.
Member Miletta?
Yes.
Member Ekdahl?
Yes.
Okay. Member Ekdahl, do you have a plan commission update?
I do. Should be at your seat. There's only one item on the agenda. Do you see it? I put it by everybody's, yeah. Okay, and that's it, just the one item.
Thank you. Nothing we need to. Okay, we move on. Any department staff remarks?
got a lot. So I'm going to go over some of the stuff that Emily left me with and just give you a heads up on some of the upcoming events. March 27th is Cookies and Canvas. That's from 5:30 till 7:30 in Sycamore. We charge a $25 fee, and we supply cookies and the soda bar. A person that we're trying to bring on is a part-time employee, Angie Mendoza. She's the art instructor. She comes from experience with the museums of Chicago, so she's really good with kids, I guess, and plants and art. We supply an 8x12 canvas, and this art supplies, we buy these little kits, and it's for ages 5 to 12. So far, we have, I think, about 20 signed up for that event. And I'll go down to the Furry Friends, March 28th. We were supposed to have Furry Friends Doggy and Egg Hunt. That event was canceled by the Hobart Humane Society for lack of interest and no signups. And then Portage Canine also canceled too, because they don't have anything to fundraise. They have nothing, they can bring the dog and everything. They usually like to sell their T-shirts and the things that they sell, for fundraising, but they don't have anything. So that event's been canceled, and it's already on our Facebook, so that people are aware that it's canceled. April 17th, the Mother and Son in the park. That event is from 6 o'clock until 8:30 in Oakwood. It's for ages 3 to 11. We've got 20 signed up so far, but this is a rather expensive event, being that we rent bounce houses and an obstacle course for a total of $815. We rent a digi selfie photo booth for 2 hours. That's for $400. And then we supply pizza, breadsticks, pop, and fruit for everybody. So if you look at the cost, our cost is around $1,400, and this would basically be with 20 signups. We're hoping for more, of course, but with 20 signups, it's basically kind of a break-even type event, so we're not making anything. That might be something that we want to look at in the future. I'd like to see more people participating in that, but it's gone downhill every year. We started out several years ago, we had like 75, 50, now we're down to 20, so that might be something. There's a lot of work that's put involved in it, and there's a lot of expense. On that note, we're actively searching, that's all I have, like in the Emily field. We are actively searching for, with our Human Resources Department for an event coordinator. That's a position that's going to be hard. There's only 2 of us with Stacy's help that are going to be working on all of these things that she had going on. So that they're really doing a deep dive into finding an event coordinator that can kind of maybe step right into the position, maybe be a Portage resident, that loves doing things in Portage and loves parks. So we're actively focusing on that with Human Resources. Okay, so let's see, we've got that. The Adams Radio Group, I did get the final figures on that. That's where we do all the radio blurbs, and I think that information Emily presented at our last meeting, as far as what the cost would be, and I do believe it's around, the total investment. She has a complete breakdown that I do believe she might have supplied to the board. I hope she did, because I didn't supply this. I can do that. I can do that right now. I mean, tomorrow I can get everybody a copy, but I thought that she had said that she was going to do that. So for everything that we advertise, I mean, there's like 5 pages here. The basic advertising would be Market on the Square social media package, Spring Craft Show, Harvest Festival, Christmas Craft Show, the Comedy Show, and the Booze and the Brews. So our radio, there's the 3 stations in Indiana, 105.5, 103.9 Rock, and then Z107. So with the 3 stations, the total fee for everything that they want to do for us is $7,630. And what I'll do is, everything is broken down here as far as how long the commercials are. There's a lot of detail. So what I can do is tomorrow I can send the board, just for your information, everything that they want to do for us. And she basically cut. I know that she spoke with them and she cut a lot of it out because I think it was over. Maybe it was originally over like 10 grand, but I don't have that information. But I can send it to the board so that you have information on that and you can make a qualified decision as far as that goes. The roof on the maintenance building, onto the roof on the maintenance building, the work will be started as soon as the weather breaks. I'm assuming that they're going to be out there probably next week to start on this project. They told me as soon as they could get their roll-off out there for the scrap and everything, that they would get on that right away. He said about 5 to 7 days to complete the project. So I'll stay on top of that. I don't know if the board wanted me to go into the marina facility, since that's part of Parks and Rec now. I can give you a few little details. I'll keep it short and sweet. This year, so far, we have on A through D dock. Those are the 25-foot docks. We have a lot of smaller boats that go in there, but we have 42 open slips in that area. That is 20 more than we had last year. The reason being, people can't get their boats out enough. With a north wind, most of them are trailer boats. They have their own trailers. So every year we get people in there. Some of them pay half price when they come in July. But every year, it seems like it's being more of a problem to get smaller boats in there. The bigger docks are all full, 30, 35, 40, 100% full. But these 25-foot slips are, it's more than I've ever seen. And that's the problem, because we touch base with everybody. We don't just take their slips away when they don't pay. We call and say, well, is there a reason you're not coming back? Well, yeah, because I couldn't take my boat out at all last year. I'd rather wait in the line and pay, $15 for a launch than pay $2,000 to put my boat in the water, because I can't take it out that much. So, that being said, I can also give you, I know that somebody is here tonight to comment on the launch fees that we charge at the marina. The launch fees have been, they were $10 for probably a good portion of the history of the marina. We raised them to $15 a couple of years ago because we had to put new launch ramps in. Those 2 new launch ramps cost us $68,000 for 2 ramps. They're guaranteed forever because it's plastic wood, and they're steel and everything, so they're going to be in there for a long time. But that was a huge investment, and we don't make that kind of money off the launch fees. So a lot of that money had to come out of the marina fund too. I did a quick search. Michigan City is $35 for a launch fee, a daily launch fee. Hammond is between $20 and $35, depending on if you have a single axle at $20, triple axle is $35. East Chicago, they're around $25. That's the best information I could get from them. And Doyens down the road is $10. They have a launch ramp also too at Doyens. So I just kind of wanted to pass that information on to the board, as far as what our fee structure is. Just kind of say that we're in the process. I've ordered wood to repair the docks. Am I talking too much? No. I figured, because I can go on for a long time. But anyway, so we've ordered a bunch of wood from a forest in Michigan that's going to be better than the Menards wood that we've been getting in the past few years. It's a sturdier, it's what they call an SYF, which was yellow pine, and it's going to be, I think it's going to be a better investment. And all that wood only costs the marina around $2,500. Where the facility is, it's about an hour and a half away. We're going to go pick them up. We're going to borrow a trailer from the street department. We're going to go pick up the wood. But everything is pretty much status quo at the marina. You know,
Sinkhole.
Oh, yeah.
I saw that.
We have a
the other
huge
day. I
sinkhole at the
stopped.
marina. The marina was built in '96. And the standards that it was built under were not the same as they are now. It's basically just a sand basin. So what does sand do when water hits it? It washes down. And what is washed down on B dock, which is, A dock is right by the marina office, B dock is the next dock south. It's washed out a huge portion under the sidewalk, where there's nothing holding the sidewalk up. It's just a big giant airspace. And it continues to wash into that area, and then it washes into where the piling is, the steel piling. So that area started to rust, and sand has started to pile up. So that's a problem that we're gonna have to address. We had Avonmarsh look at it last year, but they haven't come up with anything yet, as far as anything. So I think we're gonna try to flowable fill it. With boulders, and just flowable fill the boulders that we put in. That's gonna be our best option, I think. But the technology in '96 was a lot different than it is now. Usually when you build a marina, you have boulders with wire mesh over them, so that everything stays in place. You know, it doesn't wash away unless the steel corrodes on the mesh that they use. But our marina was built a little differently for the time that it was built.
Barb, on the boat launch fees, do we have a separate fee for like out of state, or is it the same
No, we
fee
do
for
not.
everyone?
We do not.
Is that
And-
something we should consider maybe?
I don't know, there would have to be somebody out there that would monitor each boat that comes in. We have a policy where the marina is actually open 24/7. We have a drop box out there. Somebody would have to be there 24/7 manning it to check licenses. And that would, on a busy Saturday, that's definitely going to hold up the line. None of the other marinas that I did a research on, they don't charge out-of-state fees for that purpose. So, oh, yeah. And that's all, that's pretty much all I have to
Great,
say.
good update, thank you.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
Anybody have any questions of Barb before we move on?
The sinkhole, I will say, it's scary and
Yeah.
it's risky, so I'm glad to see that we're going to get it fixed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I'd like to see it fixed sooner than later, though,
yeah,
because it's been like that for a while.
yeah. We don't want to do it another year because it was like that all last
No.
summer when we found it, you know. Yeah, so it needs to be fixed. So we'll get on that with Dan, our other
Okay,
maintenance
so
guy.
we'll move on. I know we've got someone here for a fee waiver for Founders Square, June 6th and 7th, from Tyler Bounce Parties.
Hi, everybody. So it's for Ty's Bounce Parties. Do you guys have papers for it? Okay, just wanted to make sure. So every year we host a back-to-school event. Each year has been growing. We're going on our 4th to 5th year where we do a back-to-school festival. We go to each of the schools to get a list of supplies from the actual schools. We fill those backpacks with every supply on that list, including lunch boxes and hand sanitizer, Kleenex, all the things that the teachers ask for. Last year, we gave away 325 book bags to kids all over, and we put a festival on, so everything is free. We feed the kids, we feed the parents, they get to jump in the bounce houses for free. It's like one last party before they go back to school at no cost to the parents. Usually, we pay out of pocket for majority of the fees with small sponsorships from the community. This year, we are trying to host a fundraiser event. I had a local Northwest Indiana youth sport football team contact me because they lost their sponsorship for their uniforms and their travel fees. They asked if we could help them plan an event to give money back to them, 10% of the event to them. And I wanted to partner with them because we're doing a fundraiser event. So we're gonna try to host a summer kickoff water Olympics for the kids in the community. And the event all the funds raised will go 20% to them, of their team, and they can buy uniforms or travel costs per kid. They have 22 kids on one of their teams, 15 on the other, and 32 on the 9U team. And 22 of those kids are from Portage. So we're trying to work with parents to help volunteer at the event that we're having. And we're going to charge a ticket for the kids to sign up for teams in the community. Anyone can sign up from all over Northwest Indiana. And it would be like a race through bounce houses, obstacle courses, games, and it will be per age group. We will also open the event to the community, so anyone that wants to be a part of it can come jump for $5 for the whole day. We're looking at the dates for June 6th or June 7th. And then at the end of the race, we would do a foam party. The foam party is an additional cost. We're still deciding if we're going to do it at $5 to $7, and that money would go back to Portage Parks Department. That's what we're going to donate, that whole portion to the Parks Department. So we're looking at Founders Square for June 6th or June 7th. Since it's the first weekend, school's out, before parents go on vacation, before kids go on vacation, before the team has to travel to make sure that they can order their uniforms in enough time. So that's what we landed on that weekend.
So I guess my first question is are those dates open for Founders
Yeah.
Square?
Yes, they are.
Do you, when you do your back-to-school bash, is that done at Founders Square as well?
It is
Or that's-
not done at Founders Square. We are looking to have it at Founders Square this year. It's always booked about time we get ready to secure a deposit for a date. So that's why we're trying to do the event sooner than later, so we can secure Founders Square for the back-to-school event, because we like to put it on the week before the kids go back to school.
What's our normal rental for that time frame for Founders Square?
$1,050? Am I correct, Stacy? $1,259.
You have that whole fee waived?
Yes.
Anybody got any comments?
Are you locally from Portage?
I used to live in Portage. I live in Hobart right now.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Waiving fees is something we kind of stopped doing a couple of years ago. You know, we've done some things where maybe we've done 50% fees or something like that, but waiving the fees is something that we haven't done for in a long time.
I appreciate you offered donating back to the park off of certain funds and that.
Yeah, of course. We are, a bounce house company, but we do a lot of community events. We do tons and tons of events. We have an event April 4th for Easter that we're doing, that we're giving back. Most of our events are free, so we do try to give back to the community as much as possible.
I mean, we don't really want to set a precedent here, so we got to be really careful with, and again, because we had a period of time where everybody was asking fees waived on everything. And so we stopped waiving fees, so we don't waive the fees. Maybe there's some discount we can give you since you are going to donate some proceeds back.
And I'd actually like to see how it goes, you
Yeah.
know. But I would feel comfortable at a 30% discount
Okay.
for me. I don't know.
I agree, 30%.
Thank you.
So I think we're going to make a motion to try to help you out a little bit.
Okay.
Someone would like to make that motion?
I make the motion that we give a 30% discount on your Kids Splash and Play fundraiser.
And what will that take that to?
That's $375. The discount would take it to $875 from the $1,250.
Okay. So that's the motion. Do we have a second?
I second.
We have a motion second. Any other discussion or comments? Hearing none, call roll, please.
Member Rosenbaum?
Yes.
Member Warshes?
Yes.
Member Maleta?
Yes.
Member Ekdahl?
Yes.
Thank
Thank you.
you. Thank you.
Okay, any other public comments? Please come up. By the way, your kids are doing a great job out there.
Hi, my name is Jessica Niagara. I'm a lifelong resident of Portage, and I am here to ask the board to consider a change in the fees at the marina for in-state versus out-of-state residents. I've done a bunch of research. Cedar Lake, in-state, $7, out-of-state, $15, more than double. Pine Lake, in-state, $10, out-of-state, $16. If you look to our neighboring states, New Buffalo, Michigan, $10 for in-state, $20 for out-of-state boats. Illinois, 20% higher plus a 3.75 tax increase on the overall bill. They charge by boat size, so it's not a static fee. Evanston, Illinois, $378 for a resident, $630 for a non-resident. Whether it's renting facilities, we charge a different amount, whether you live in Portage or in-state and versus when you don't. We've seen the dunes follow suit recently with now charging out-of-state residents a different price than in-state residents. The marina fees have continued to go up. If you are local and you're at the marina, my husband and I have been boating there for more than 20 years. 8 out of 10 boats every single weekend are Illinois licensed boats. The lines are insane because Illinois boaters come here constantly because it's dirt cheap to come and they don't pay a difference, and it's not right. I'm proposing that Portage residents should be able to launch for free, ID required. I think it should be $10 for Indiana residents, and I think it should be $25 for out-of-state residents. I know that maybe there were some different prices quoted here, but there absolutely, across the board, is a different charge at any marina I have found for an out-of-state resident. I have some of that data here. I made 5 copies if you guys would like that, and I gave citations on where I found my sources, but honestly, a quick Google search of those marinas will show you the prices from in-state versus out-of-state. This is something I feel passionately about. I bring it up every time I go to the marina, and I finally decided if you want to see change, you have to be the person to try to implement it, so that's why I'm here today.
So, again, kind of the same question that I had asked when we talked about the fees. So I think it's something we can take into consideration, but obviously, that would require a person full-time working to
Yes.
monitor that,
Yeah, it would
right?
require
Which,
a person.
that might be cost prohibitive, I don't know, maybe we have to look at that.
Because we're open 24/7. Yeah, there would have to be somebody out there 24/7.
Gotta be a way to monitor it in order to.
We need a person out there, we would need to invest probably $15,000 in a gate, some kind of a gate where you paid by credit card. But how are you going to recognize out-of-state with a credit card? It would need human eyes on it.
To that, I would say that every other marina is able to implement this policy, so maybe with some time and effort, Portage Marina can do the same. It's also undoubtedly would lead to profits because I guarantee you that there are more Illinois boats coming to that every weekend than there are in-state. So the doubling the price would hopefully offset some of those costs of maybe needing an additional employee. Right now, they only operate under certain hours, and otherwise it goes based on the honest system anyway by putting the money in the box. So if you had someone out there, at least during those business hours, to hope that, you would see the license, it would be a quick license ID, or when you go in to pay, you just ask for their ID. It's that simple. ID required, otherwise you're paying the out-of-state price. If you want to pay the in-state price, you'll bring your ID. So you have to go in to pay anyhow, so I really don't get how you would need anyone different than if you want to pay the in-state price, when you come in, you have your ID. We have to walk in to pay every single time, so it's just a matter of showing the ID you have.
It's the after hours, I think, becomes the issue, right? So we have to, I think it's worthy let's having a discussion, maybe doing some research.
But
and
I based
see how others
I
do it.
based my information on what we have, comparing our charges with local marinas that feed into Lake Michigan. The ones that you're mentioning are Cedar Lake and Pine Lake and that nature.
Except New
With Michigan
Buffalo and
City
Chicago,
being-
those both feed into Lake Michigan as well.
Well, with Michigan City being at $35, Hammond being at $20 to $35, East Chicago at $25, and Doyne's at $10. I think our $15 rate, the marina was built in 1996. If we started out with a $5 fee, the $15 rate, I feel that that's fair and equitable for what we offer. Having the option of having somebody out there to man it 24/7. We have fishermen that go out at 3 o'clock in the morning. That means somebody's got to be there 24/7.
Would it-
12 months out of the year. Whenever there's not anything frozen, there has to be somebody there to check plates.
Would it be, I mean, again, I'm just thinking out loud, during the regular business hours to have a different fee for like out of state? Since, and then just know that there's
It would
not much you can do about the 4 o'clock in the morning fishermen or.
It would require
7 o'clock at night.
it would require, on busy Saturdays, it would require additional personnel being on site to man the line, 100% man the line. And then you've got people that pay by credit card too. So now they're going to come in the office, pay by credit card. So that creates a delay. You know, we're talking about, and most people do pay by credit card now. They come
So
in the
what
office.
How late is the last person there to collect money from?
5 o'clock. Our hours are 9 to 5.
So if I could just ask a question, so I'm referring to the hours they operate on taking money now. I'm not suggesting anything else. Right now, they only operate with someone in there taking money, say 9 to 5. So that's, you would think, reasonable to charge an in-state versus out-of-state during that time. I'm not suggesting that we hire, so we don't do that now, that this proposal wouldn't change anything about someone needing to be there. Everyone has to pay now. The difference would be if you have an ID that you're in-state, I'm arguing that it should be different. So some of this I don't feel is accurate because someone manning the line, everyone has to come in and pay anyhow. So needing the ID is really the only change. You would just say, you need your in-state ID to pay the in-state price. It's really that simple.
We would have to check
Can I-
every single boat that launches because people do pay at the launch ramp too. They don't always come in the office. If they have cash, they're going to pay at the launch ramp. So if you've got a guy that's five things down and he's got his $15 in his hand, he's going to come up and pay the launch fee, then I'm going to have to go chase him down and say, I need a copy of your license because I need to see your license. Are you in-state or out-of-state?
So you know how these kids have the portable things that you pay with, right? You walk up to a car, you swipe it,
Yes.
walk around.
Like a square. It's
You
called a
look
square.
at the license plate, I'm sorry, your trailer's from Illinois, you know, you're $25. And I'm not even opposed to $25 at this point with all the wear and tear on our little marina. You know, it's a gold mine. We
It
have a
is.
little gem. People from Illinois go to Boaters Beach. It's crazy.
Yes.
Yeah.
$25
It
is
is.
not
And this
a
board might
big
be.
fee.
Yeah, this board might be more receptive than the last board. The Port Authority Board did not want to do that.
Yeah.
I proposed
there-
that. I
Well,
proposed.
I would invest in some of those little things that you can carry. Swipe your card, walk down, because, and I know, you can wait in line there for
Oh, my
45
goodness.
minutes
Long
to
time,
put your
yeah.
boat
Yeah, and
in.
I don't think it's gonna deter anybody from coming, so I think it's worthy of trying to maybe rethink it
Yeah,
and
I will.
see if there's a way to do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
'Cause I
Is
think-
there a way that you can purchase maybe tickets in the beginning of the season? If you're a Portage resident, get a discount with that, and then just give the
That's why
ticket when
we
you
do offer the
launch.
season pass, Portage residents. The season
Yeah.
pass is $75. It's been that way forever. We offer out of Portage, Chesterton, Valpo, it's $200. Illinois, we would offer that $200 too. You know, that's $200. If you're commercial, it's $400.
I think what Deb said,
I think Illinois should always be more than an Indiana resident. I mean,
Absolutely.
It's our
Absolutely.
parks.
absolutely.
Yeah, they're swarming our marina.
And
They're
as I said,
everywhere.
the National
Thank
Park and the Dunes finally figured that out. So
And I will agree with you, there are a lot of Illinois that come because we're cheaper.
And there's another conversation in that too, as far as non-resident, Illinois residents. we would seriously need to address the docking fees too, because if we're going to charge people for an out-of-state, for launch passes, then it would have to be out-of-state.
Absolutely. That's something we have to
We're going to have
look
to
at.
talk about that, yeah, being that now that we're one entity.
Right. I think we ought to look into, like what Deb said, with the little squares or whatever they're called, you know? Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, The who?
The hippies.
But, yeah, I agree with Deb, with Illinois paying more than Indiana residents.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
That's out of state.
Right.
It'll be all out of state, because we have people from Wisconsin that come down.
Okay, out of
Michigan
state.
too, so, yeah. That'll be something that we will need to talk about then, because I've thought about that for a long time too. I just did not want to jump in anything too quick, because if you're going to assess out of state, then there's a lot more into that, you know, as far as
You
the rental
definitely got to
fees and
think it through
everything.
and make sure there's a system in place for it.
Yeah, and I'll look into the square. Right now, we're on PayGov. Maybe they offer something. I'm not sure, but that was never in discussion, because I was kind of thrown in with everybody else that got PayGov, so
And
I'll look
with-
into that too.
With me being new to this board, you know, last year, this marina stuff is all new to me. So I'm open to any suggestions, and I appreciate you coming in and bringing
Thank you.
your suggestion.
Thank you for
I
hearing me.
remember seeing you
it's a great
too.
idea.
You've been at the marina a lot.
Yes, yeah.
I've
all
seen
the
you a
time.
lot. I
Yeah,
remember because I
I've
asked
seen
you if you were related to Joel.
Yeah, with our kids, yep.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
Did you have
Thanks,
a,
Jessica.
did you have a handout that you wanted to provide? I was gonna say, because I'm sure,
Does there, anybody have anything else this evening? If not, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
I second the motion to adjourn this meeting.
I knew she'd be right. Can you call roll, please?
Member Vorshis?
Yes.
Member Ekdahl?
Yes.
Member Rosenbaum?
Yes.
Member Miletta?
Yes.